This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so here we go. So as you know, the agenda of this session is that one of my students from April batch who did the training with me has cracked multiple interviews and she will be sharing her experience and she will be giving you a lot of insights around it which will be very helpful for you, right? So as I mentioned, her name is Sophia. She has around 4 years of experience. Sophia,
Yeah, hi Sumit. Am
hi
I
Sophia,
audible?
how are you?
Yeah, hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So first of all, congratulations for your success because it's not that easy to grab these many offers in such a short span.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Actually, I prepared from these materials, and thanks to God, I got offers.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So the request to others again, please be on mute. And if you want any questions to ask to Sophia, please send me on WhatsApp and I will filter out some of the questions and ask her towards the end of the session. Right? So if you want to ask anything, I will see whether it makes sense or not, and accordingly I will convey to her. Fine. So Sophia, I think we can get started, right?
Yeah, sure. So I'll start with a little bit intro. Like I'm having, as Sumit explained, I'm having overall of 4 years experience. So currently I'm working in an MNC. So as my starting in career, I was like not into the big data ecosystem kind of Hadoop technologies. I was into Python scripting actually mainly. So yeah, uh, I hope I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, I tried within my project, within my company itself for a big data project. After that, I decided to go for any courses for big data, and I got to know about the trendy tech classrooms and online classes. So I approached Sumit and I joined the training. So it was like very good experience for me, many good materials, and I used to follow this online April batches. And parallelly, I used to apply this knowledge what I grabbed from this course in my personal, project company project as well. And also, as my if I'm telling about my preparations, I can say like I used to, initially I used to watch these videos every day based on like around 2 hours like that. Initially, I put a good effort actually for the these trainings, and parallelly in within my company itself I changed projects, and I used to apply what I have learned in this course actually. So my motive was to become a good data engineer rather than changing the companies actually. So after once I got this exact knowledge, I tried for a few interviews. First 2 3 interviews I couldn't clear only actually. After that I got to know this kind of approach, what should kind of approach I should prepare, how in why short how can I present myself as a good in terms of interviewer view. And I tried keep on giving, and in between some of the companies again I couldn't clear. So within that I couldn't, I did not stop attending interviews. I keep on trying, and thanks to God I have offers as of now, and I would be joining soon to my next company.
Great, Sophia.
Yeah.
So, Sophia, I mean, this is good to hear, but I mean, what technologies you were working on? You said you were working on Python earlier. Any other technologies
Yes.
related to big data that you were working on earlier?
Actually, there were in that project there were big data projects, but I was not part of that project because I was not the part of that project, but I had a platform. But once I took this course, after that I asked my manager and I changed the projects and I tried for the projects and applied parallelly.
Okay. So, was
Yeah.
there a internal interview to switch the project?
Yes. Yes, there were client interviews. So once if we clear that only, I'll be getting.
Okay. So, you have given an interview within your company and you have given interviews outside. So, I
Yeah.
mean, do you feel difference in this, the level of these interviews?
I mean, there were not that much in difference. Actually, if we are applying any other MNCs, we would be. I mean, there should be also a client interviews. So it's like, I mean, we can say if we want to get into the any MNCs, there should be a client interview also. So I mean, it's quite normal. I mean, both are like. I mean, there is no difference actually. Internal client interview and like outside interviews actually, because
Okay,
everyone would be from yeah.
understood, understood. So, Sophia, if you don't mind, can you tell me how many offers roughly you were able to grab?
Actually, I have cleared a quite a good number of interviews, and I can name few of them, like which all I mean decided not to join, uh, most of the MNCs I have cleared, like Wipro, IBM, Capgemini, and Standard Chartered Bank, KPMG, Happiest Mind. These all thing I have cleared, and finally I'm planning to go for one product based company, which as of now I'm not I would like not to share that as of now, but definitely I would be sharing that.
Okay, okay, that's
Yeah.
great. So, I mean, so you would have given a lot of interviews, right? More than 10, I believe, then. Because
Yes.
I believe you already have cracked 7, 8 interviews, so you should have given
Yeah.
more than 10 interviews.
Yes. I keep on trying actually. I mean, even if I couldn't clear any of the interviews, I didn't stop there. I keep on trying actually.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
Sophia, how exactly are you getting so many calls?
That's, I mean, I think because big data is most trending in nowadays, I guess, as a data engineer. I mean, there are human, I mean, like more complex data is increasing day by day. So obviously, in big data, I mean, in this technology area, we can say like anyone would be getting, I mean, calls. I think with, I mean, what all the technologies which we have learned from this course, obviously everyone would be getting this many
So,
calls.
I meant to say that on which all platforms have you applied?
Mainly like big data developer or data engineer platforms. So
I mean to say, how are you getting calls like from Naukri, LinkedIn? What
okay,
are the
yeah,
major?
I applied only Naukri and LinkedIn. So day-to-day base, I used to update Naukri. Every day I used to update Naukri, and LinkedIn also I was I mean, like a quite active member. So yeah, only these are the two portals I have
Just a
used.
second. I would request someone to be on mute. I think someone unmuted. Uh, okay. Yeah, Sophia, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was telling like mainly I used to use this portal like no Naukri and LinkedIn.
Okay, great. And you get ample number of calls. That's what you're saying.
Yes. Other than this, I did not use any other portals.
Okay. That's great. So, what do you feel are important things to prepare for interview? Because see, there are too many things like Hive, Scoop, HBase,
Mhm.
Spark, Kafka. As per your experience, since you have given so many interviews, what are the most trending things which are common in all interviews?
Trending, we can say like as a data processing, we can say like there are three kind of phases. We can one is ingestion, one is processing, and visualization. So it should be like if we know like each tool from each stages, it would be great. So for example, for ingestion, mainly they were asking for Kafka or Scoop. So I think as of now, I did not learn Kafka as much. So I used to tell about Scoop, and I would be telling like I would be definitely learning Kafka because I mean in my profile also I am having few kind of awards of learning and achievement awards. So as a proof, I would say like you can see my resume. I'm having these awards and all. So I'm ready to learn and I will grab all those technologies. And from the processing part, I included Hive and Spark, which I have learned from the courses internally from the company also. I did few projects, and as a data visualization I have not worked yet, so I used to tell them directly like I did not work in that area yet, but I would like to work on that area as well. And other than that, they used to ask like cloud technologies, any AWS or GCP or Azure. So in that area also I'm not that much expert, so that also I used to tell them directly like I'm not that much expert on this area, but I would like to learn more on that.
Okay, that's a very important point
Yeah.
Sophia has highlighted. I would like to tell you all that she has not completed the entire course. She just did till week 13 or 14 well. After that, she has not covered it. So major things like big data on AWS cloud and even Kafka, structured streaming, she has not learned till now. But even I mean, without doing that, also she is able to grab just because she clearly mentioned that she has not worked on those aspects, but she will be eager to learn those if she is given a chance. So, I mean, my request to all of you is that you should not think that you should be mastering all things. Rather, even if you handpick some of the things, make sure you are very good at those. Right, Sophia?
And yeah, right. And one more thing, whatever we are telling to them, we should be confident in that. Like Hive and Spark are very important, and along with that, I felt like SQL also quite important as a data engineer.
Okay, correct.
Yeah,
So I think someone is asking where does Sophia work now? Sorry, that's not relevant because I do not want to disclose the profile of the candidate who is, I mean, giving this interview. Yeah. So Sophia, that's really nice to hear.
yeah.
Now, so there are so many things that you learn. Then how do you prepare one day before the interview? Because sometimes we feel that we are forgetting this, we are forgetting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I would say like everyone would be having their own method to learn something. So my method is like, I mean, I used to prepare small notes while studying the materials, and also I used to practice. I mean, it's like if I'll see the theoretical classes more, I sometimes I should feel sleep, and also I used to practice like parallelly. And above that, I used to note down all the errors which I got while practicing. That one thing I have done. And also like when I started learning, when I reached Spark, I used to forget a few of the things from the scoop. So in that scenario, what I did, like I made some small stick notes, and I used to put in my study room, and like I used to prepare. So that would be depend on each person actually. So this was my method to study and in a proper way.
Understood, understood. That makes sense
Yeah.
because everyone has their own style of learning, but notes sometimes
Mhm.
sticky notes helps us a lot.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
So,
Make it small
Sophia,
notes so that,
uh,
yeah, please.
yeah, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Sophia.
So making a small notes, it would be very helpful because the day before the interview, it might not be like suddenly they would be telling like the second round of interview, third round of interview, they're going to schedule it today, stuff like that. So if you are preparing a small notes, it would be very helpful actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Now, Sophia, did you prepare anything else apart from my course in terms of big data?
In terms of big data, I didn't prepare other than this course. But
Okay.
if we know any programming language like any Python, Java, or Scala, or any C like that, so make a bit brush up on that language as well. That also I have
Okay.
done.
Okay, okay, makes sense, makes sense. So, Sophia, if based on whatever experience you have gained from various interviews, if you have to give three important tips to the candidates who have joined this session, what would be those tips?
Tips. One thing, it's not about like changing the companies or like to get grab that much big package. It's about like we have to become a good data engineer. Like if I'm getting a complex data today, I should be able to handle it. So that should be our first motive. Then obviously after that, all the opportunities will be coming to our doorstep, we can say like that. And next thing, mean put a bit hard work on that. Whatever we are learning on big data, initially I used to put quite hard work on these materials and courses. And third thing, put a particular aim, like we should be having a focus on this training. Once we have taken this training or study materials, let's just focus on this course for the first 2 3 months. Then it would be easy for us to crack anything. I hope so.
Okay, okay, that
Yeah.
makes perfect sense. So, Sophia, we have a lot of questions coming from the candidates. I will start asking, and feel free to skip any of the things which you feel should not be answered. Anyways, I am
Yeah.
filtering at my end. So, a
Yeah.
question asked by Karan, he asked that I would like to know if any complex SQL were also asked in interviews.
Yes.
Can you elaborate the answer
Complex.
little bit? Yeah.
Complex in the sense, again, it depends on perspective. Complex or like medium or average. Like mostly they were on like analytical kind of
Sophia,
questions, we
your
can
voice
say.
is breaking a bit. Can you
Analytical
repeat this,
function kind of
please?
questions. That also we cannot say there will not be. Hello,
Yeah, Sophia,
am
your
I
voice was.
audible now?
Can you repeat now? Can you repeat this, please?
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah, I can
Am
hear
I audible?
you.
Yeah, so it's like they will not be expecting query like that. Most of the time, they would be expecting the way of you are approaching the problem. So it's mostly to the your analytical thinking, we can say. So rather than looking to the syntax error like that, they would be measuring your ideas.
Okay, okay. So even if someone forget the syntax, right, should
That's
not
not
be
a
a big
problem.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Even I used to forget most of the function. Then I used to tell like I know these things, I can do this way, but I just forgot this functioning. I used to mention that way directly.
Okay, okay. So Sophia, there is one question from Induja. So she is asking, can you ask like in interviews, how did she cover up for experience in projects in big data if she is into Python?
First of all, before trying outside, I tried within my current company itself for the big data projects. So for that, actually, within my manager, that's depends on your what can say your communication with your higher management, or like you can try it actually. So in my current company, it's the way is like we should be attending the client interview. So if I get the client interview will be getting completed, then they would be giving the projects. So the first scenario, I was not getting that much good project actually. I can say like it was like a small big data problems kind of questions. So after doing that problem, I got to understand like I want to do some more complex data. I want to learn something more. Then again I tried. I never thought about giving interviews and changing the companies first time itself. I was like thinking about like how I can manage more data, how can I solve these problems. So for that I changed this project within my company itself. And after that I got confident and I thought like okay, today I'll just try outside, and I started to give the interviews outside.
Okay, okay. So I mean, moving internally becomes very easy because you do not have to fake anything out because you
Yeah,
can go with your
because
clean
they
experience.
already know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, Sophia, there is one question from Akash. So he is asking, since Sophia is from Python scripting background, how much effort she had given to learn Scala for Spark? I am also from Python background. That's why I
Yeah.
am looking for her advice. That's what he is asking.
That's very good question. Actually, Scala, I didn't know only the Scala language initially, but after joining the training, I got to know Scala. So the material I felt like very structured way actually. What all topics, the way explained in the material Sumit has explained, I felt it's very good, and I really like to learn the Scala. So for that I tried and learned myself. So but after that I felt like I want to go more on, more into the Scala again. So within same my current company itself, I tried for this Spark with Scala projects. Then I got cleared again because of this course actually. Most of the questions covered in this material, right, like trail recursion, all that function carrying, all those questions I faced in client interviews. So my clients was from like US based clients, so I could able to crack that. And also they, after cracking that interview, they provide me one certification to do like within Spark and Scala. So just after because of that because I could able to crack that interview, I got that opportunity actually. So then I gradually started to learn, moved into Scala as well. So now I can manage like Python with Spark, which means PySpark also, and now I can manage Spark Scala as well. So it's like we
Okay.
can try it. And yeah. we can learn it actually, because Python and Scala is entirely different. And to be honest, I don't know nothing about Java. I never worked in Java actually. So everyone was asking like, without knowing Java, how did you learn Scala? But in my brain, it's like it's new content, it's new concept for me, this Scala. So it was easy for me to learn because in my mind there were no comparison between this Java and Scala. So it was easy for me to learn.
Nice, nice. That makes sense, Sophia. So, Sophia, there is one question from Mayank. He is asking, as you went on proceeding to week 2, 3, and so on till week 18. So, what was your strategy in revising the concepts taught by sir in previous weeks as you proceed ahead?
Yeah, same way. The same way what I have explained. Like I used to prepare like small notes again, and like actually also after if I attend one interview, so after attending the interview also we can rate ourselves. Actually, we can say. So when after learning all this material, if I attend the interview tomorrow, maybe I will not be able to answer, could not be able to answer few of the questions. So I understand. Gacha, I couldn't. I didn't. Prepare this well, then I'll go back and I'll revise it one more. It's like within 1 month or 2 months I didn't I'm not, obviously I didn't become an expert in that, but I used to practice a lot. One thing we can say, like if we are practicing regularly, we will not be forgetting that. And one more thing, like while practicing, make note of the errors what we are facing. That also, I mean, kind of interview question we can say, they would be asking like what all challenges or errors what we have faced while doing the problems. So practicing is the best way, like if you want to become a good like data solution engineer.
Okay, okay. Someone is asking, did you even get calls from LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, both from Naukri and LinkedIn, you get calls, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Bhaskar is
It's like
asking, do
I
you?
used to apply in LinkedIn also. I mean, for companies, I used to apply actually in LinkedIn. Then if I apply, they would be calling.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So Bhaskar is asking, did you face any of the questions on HBase also?
It's like they would be asking, do you know any NoSQL in language like that? So I used to tell like HBase. Actually, I never worked, so I used to tell like, I mean, I don't have that much exposure on HBase, but a few small things like to update or like few dataset I have used. That much only I have experience. Other than that, I don't have experience. That thing also I used to tell
Okay, okay. Now
because I'm
I'm
not
going
that.
quick.
Yeah.
So Sophia, I'm going a bit quick because there are a lot of questions, right? That's
Yeah.
why I'm trying to go a bit quicker. So Gavaskar is asking one question. In SQL, I mean, what kind of questions did you face? I mean, views, stored procedure, etc. I mean, did they go to that level where they ask you stored procedures and all?
Actually, that's according to you also. Actually, I mean, like how we are telling, how we are moving, like that way only interviewer also will be moving. We can say so. If you are not going to that way, they will not ask those questions. I don't know this kind of complex kind indexing or view kind. I don't know that much. So before that step itself, I used to stop. Like even if they ask, I tell like I don't know that much complex kind in SQLs, but I know how if I get like any problems, I would be solving that. Mostly like analytical kind of questions they would be asking. They would be measuring our way of thinking actually. It's not
Okay.
that much difficult, we can say.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
So Ayush has one question. How important is the experience thing while applying for job? As per you, what could be the minimum experience required that companies are seeking for?
Uh, I mean, it's again depends, depends on requirement. So I think if you are getting 2 years experience of big data, you would be getting. I mean, it's not even 2 years also. Within 1 year also, you would be getting calls. Actually, it depends on your resume also, like how I mean how well you are preparing. And most of for that, if you don't have that much experience as well, and if you are performing well, then also it matters actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going a bit quick again. So there is a
Yeah.
question from Shantanu. He's asking, how did you prepare scenario-based questions and did you chase for any certifications?
No, I have not taken this kind of recognized certifications yet, like other Cloudera, Databricks, that kind of certifications I haven't taken yet. But I got a chance to do a kind of project from the my current companies, so I never skipped those kind of opportunities. And also one more thing other than certification I had done, like whenever new associates came to my project, I used to take a head up and to provide few trainings for the newly for freshers. So that while giving those training also made my knowledge quite more rigid, I can say. So that kind of thing also it would be helping, like knowledge transfer and all. It would be helping us for to make to increase our knowledge level, or like our learning also it would be increasing. So that way also I have prepared that, also one kind of preparations we can say to to make our knowledge best level. And actually forgot the question. It was like under certification, right? No, I
So
haven't done any
it
other
was
certifications.
it was like, how did you prepare for scenario based questions?
Okay, scenario based. Actually, why most of the scenarios, like in a course we can get most of the scenarios. So many of the questions would be related to that kind of some scenarios. We could be able to relate it actually if we are practicing that problems. Without practicing, it's just theoretical knowledge only. But if we are practicing, we could able to relate those problems with other scenarios and all. And if you are doing one project with big data as well, then also you would be understanding the scenarios and all. I'm not saying like I will be able to. I cracked the most of the scenarios. Never I did that, but most of the interviews, like I used to tell like wrong answers. But after that, I would start from the easiest solution, we can say, and from there I would be improving my solutions like that. So maybe they would be looking for the way of our thinking actually, the which way we are going for from easy solution to the complex solutions. So
Okay,
after
okay.
practicing these problems, we
So
can
Sophia, we
improve
have a
our
lot of
thinking.
questions. So we can, we have a lot of questions, another five, six questions. So we can trim the answer a little bit so that we can try to cover all of them. So another question is from Anish. He is asking, was Sophia asked any practical implementation coding questions in interviews?
Yeah, coding questions we can expect, but still they will not be looking for the syntax error or that perfect code. But you can expect, like they would be, asking you for writing queries or like Spark codes like that. And if you are applying for any product-based scenario, product-based companies, obviously there would be a coding test also would be there.
Okay, okay. Now many of them are asking one question. Did you face any data structure related questions also?
That based on the companies, if it is a product based company, there would be a test would be there with the data structure and program test, programmatical test would be there.
Okay, and what's the
And
level of that
if
test? Is it too hard?
it's again based on the company standards. If it is, I have attended quite good companies, so that was quite um, with my skills, it was quite difficult. But few of the programmatical questions was there in from Scala and all from IBM, I guess. But that and all were really easy, like it was, basic data structure kind of program questions.
Okay, okay. Now Varun is asking one question. As Sophia has cleared interviews in many MNCs, so I wanted to know that apart from big data, what are the other things we can focus on parallelly apart from the course?
One is one programming language, any one programming language, and SQL. And yeah, that one thing would be main good. And one scheduling technology. I think in our course we are following Airflow, so we
Correct.
can learn one scheduling tool as well.
Okay, okay. A lot of candidates are asking that can you take questions from Sophia? I'll collect the questions, Sophia, from you, later on, so that I can give it to the candidates, what you have faced repeatedly, right? That
Yeah,
will
yeah.
be one thing. Yeah, that I
Actually,
will do.
most of the questions which are already covered in the material in our classroom. So I could able to crack those whole things because of these materials actually. Because, other than that, I didn't know all this. Behind the scene, what was happening in MapReduce or like in Hive. I didn't know all these things. That all questions actually I have faced in the interviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there is one question from Divya Jyoti. He's asking how many percent or do you face a lot of questions from project itself in big data?
Depends on again the companies actually. So some of them would be asking. It's not most of them. It would be like around 30% maybe they would be asking. And other than that, they would be looking for your problem solving skills and all.
Okay, okay. Some of the candidates are asking to check how much hike we can expect. Again, I will leave that to you, Sophia. I mean, if you feel this should not be answered, you can drop this question.
Actually, I can say like I got around 180 percentage hike. I can say from my current CTC. So yeah, it was
So
a good hike for me
approximately,
actually. Yeah.
it's like approximately your package become triple of what it was earlier.
Yes.
Right, so this should motivate a lot of candidates now because many a times we have a blocker that okay, next company might be a 30% switch, 35%, 40%. No, if you do things smartly, if you
Actually,
prepare well, yeah, go ahead.
Actually, if you are looking for the package, obviously you'd be getting good package in big data technology, we can say. For my role, they're okay to give, but my current CTC was not that much good. That's why I got this much. Otherwise, there is a chance actually. So I think if we are trying, if we are learning much, and if we are doing in practicing these problems, and our motive is to become a good engineer at the day of the end, at the end of the day, then obviously we would be getting this kind of opportunities our doorstep itself.
Awesome, awesome. So there is one question from Akshata. She's asking, can you please ask for resume preparation? Did she approach any particular website or any suggestion on resume preparation?
No, I just prepare like the traditional method Word format.
But how did you create your resume? Did you see some sample resumes before creating yours?
Actually, that I don't remember. I prepared quite long back that template only I'm following from. I think maybe I have referred someone, but right now, as of now, I am not remembering. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's fine. I think that pretty much answers most of the questions. And Sophia, I would request you that you can send all the questions. I mean, whenever you feel, I mean, you can collect them and
Yeah.
drop a mail to me. I can share it among the candidates.
Yeah. Sure.
And thank you so much, Sophia, for your valuable time because this is a very insightful session, and we need these kind of sessions to motivate the candidates who have joined the program because many a times what happens, people do join it, but again have a confusion that okay, what if we finish this course, then what next? So I just want to give them a feel factor that this is not like one other course that you do it and then forget. No, rather apply it, and I'm sure this can give the best results. What do you say, Sophia?
Yeah, Sumit, it should not be like we should not end it here. It should be like you should parallelly try for like within your current organization, or like you can do your own projects. Like many projects, academic projects we can do. We have that many facilities in online, we can say nowadays. So that many you can do your own projects if you are not getting opportunities in your organization, we can say. So parallelly try it. Make a like make get inspired in this big data technologies, so that obviously you can reach some good levels actually.
Fine, then I think we are running short of time. We can wind it up now. And thank you, Sophia, once again. Thanks everyone for joining this session, and I hope you would have enjoyed this. Thank you all
Thank
for
you so
joining.
much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, bye, everyone.
Thanks, Sophia. Thanks, everyone.